Hello again, everyone. Melth here, with more of my Baldur's Gate 3 challenge run. Details of which, as usual, are in the YouTube video description. Watch out for spoilers throughout this run. Alright, so last time we took down Grim, and got a bonanza of XP for that. He's one of the very few bosses that is actually worth a decent amount of XP in this game. Like, the owlbear is worth the same as a goblin, but Grim is worth 800 and something, so that's actually decent. The upshot of which is that we can now go back to some of the merchants that we've been leaving alone for a bit, do some level ups, and do some shopping. As I said before, this is really an important strategic part of the game to choose how you level up and what things you buy and so forth, but if you want to skip over that, I'll provide timestamps to just skim past it and get back to the action. As I've said before, leveling up resets merchant inventories, which is one of a few chances to do so because they also reset on rest, but I can't do rests on this run. So, first off, a big and very fun level up for Bhaalista. Bard 5 is a huge step forward in terms of how good Bardic Inspiration is. You get another use of it, which is nice. And you also get to recharge it on short rests, which massively multiplies how many times I can use it. And the dice increase from it, or decrease in terms of when I'm using it on enemies, goes from D6s to D8s. So my Bardic Inspiration power level has like quadrupled at this one level, pretty much. In terms of spells, there's some good new level 3 options. Let's take Sneaking Cloud. I've been talking about how, because I have a lot of ways to lower enemy fortitude saving throws, this is actually a pretty good debuff for me, I think, in this party. I can also get rid of maybe Thunder Wave and add in, let's say, Enhance Ability. We haven't really been using that. It's pretty valuable sometimes. Okay. Let's drop this disguise so these merchants know who we are.
I greet you, son child.
Get more void bulbs. He, as I said before, is the best source of void bulbs, so just buy them whenever you have a chance to get them from him. They're dirt cheap, but they're good for the rest of the game.
May your
Blurg over here is occasionally a good alchemy merchant.
New discoveries.
Very uneven. He has few ingredients, but they often are very high quality when he has them. Sometimes good scrolls, too. I'm not high enough level for Wall of Stone, but it does have battlefield control uses. Conjure Elemental. That's pretty good. I don't know whether I want to shell out the money for that, given I can't cast it till character level 9, which is a while off, but it is pretty strong. I think when I get there, I'll probably spend my level 9 spell slot on it, but let me think about that. Shadow we already have plenty of, I think. Banishment's sometimes pretty good. Okay, kind of a disappointment this time. I think this is too far away, and I'll be able to get things at a much better price in Act 2, so I'll probably pass on that for now. These ones are good for making Battle Mage power elixirs, which are really, really good.
Just leave me.
Shut up, Dareth. We've been through this 100 times by now.
Already.
Quite a bounty this time. As usual, I buy these smoke powder bombs because they're pretty useful. I think in the next zone, a lot of enemies like shadows will be weak to those, so it's worth stocking up. Plus, they're good here, too. These are good. These are good. These are amazing. Whenever you have a chance to buy them, buy them. I wanted to just put this in here just to say, do not get this. Don't get it mixed up with the other similar ice that's much, much better. Other than that, just things I've talked about buying in the past. Things that make really good potions. I could sell things and clear up some of my inventory space, and that it is tempting to do, but I can get better sell price if I just hold off a little bit until Act 2, so maybe I should do that. Here in the Emerald Grove, most of the merchants have already departed, of course. Chainmail plus 2, if you don't get the Adamantine split mail, is probably the other best heavy armor that's available in Act 1, but it's only available at character level 7 when Act 1 is basically done. The Adamantine has such a very narrow window of actually being good. This is arguably, possibly better. In fact, I might just say that it is better to have this +1 initiative than it is to have the Adamantine bonus for the medium armor version. But I think it's not better to shell out all that money when I can get better medium armor right around the corner in Act 2. Might buy some more Arrows of Darkness, those remain really good. Now I'll leave Karlach here so I can check this guy more conveniently as I teleport around. There are, of course, merchants still left in the Githyanki Crush area and so forth, but I won't go there because it feels like I can't really justify that in character. I think by the way, looking at the map, there's nothing left in any of these black areas I haven't been to before, but if you know of a fight that I am not thinking of that I haven't already done, by all means let me know about it. Okay, so here's Kith again, who sometimes has good consumable items and elixirs and things like that. There we go.
That's all then.
Looks like I still have a good stack of cash here, so I don't really need to sell anything yet. I want to just hold off on that until Act 2 and I can get the best prices, as I said before. So, for Karlach, a fun level up here. A really, really powerful one for her, in fact. This is why Tempest Cleric is so good in this game, where you can use actual good lightning spells and max out their damage with this Channel Divinity. Now I can get 2 of these per short rest, so that's going to be actually 8 per act, because I can do 3 short rests per act, 2 normally, plus 1 from the Bardic Song of Rest, and then each short rest I can get 2 of these charges to max out a lightning damage bolt. That does enormous damage, so that's why Karlach is on the team. And this is a nice perk too, just give another way to push people around. I have Repelling Blast for that sometimes, but this is good. Level 4 spell slots, also really good. Let's cancel that new spell. I've talked before about how Animate Dead is a super good spell at 4th level spell slots, but not before that. Well, now we're at 4th level spell slots, and now we're really coming into our own with that. A Scroll of Animate Dead I really wouldn't buy, because again, it's only good if you upcast it to 4th level spell slot. You can't do that from a scroll. Buy in more Void Bulbs. This might be excessive, but this is my chance to buy them for the rest of the game, basically. Well, more Elixirs of Battle Mage's Power? Sounds good. We might get into where we have as many as we need, because we can probably give just, 1 or 2 per act to Karlach and Lae'Zel. Scrolls of Lightning Bolt, yes. This is kind of tempting, but it's a long time before I'll actually be able to use it, so I'll probably just pass on that. Likewise this one. I could use another one of these Elixirs of Cloud Giant Strength. If I get a chance to buy one, I might well pick it up and give that to Lae'Zel in next act, but at a certain point, especially around level 10, I'll definitely want to just switch her to having Battle Mage's Power instead. So the days that I want these Hill Giant Elixirs and Cloud Giant Elixirs are coming to an end. I probably won't buy the Fingers and just hope to find more of them. Moderately good stuff. I'm really happy to get another Hastening Spores at least. No Cloud Giant Elixirs, but that's fine. So Aaron here has a Fireball Scroll, and I think I used my last one of those up in the previous fight against the Myconid, so I better buy a replacement now. So, for Astarion, we can level up, and, Action Surge here is pretty tempting, admittedly. Or we can take some bad abilities from the Ranger, because we already took all the good ones. But what we're actually after here, I would say, is Rogue. I intend to ultimately have him have 3 levels of Thief Rogue, probably 4 so I can get another feat out of it, basically. And that would be the core of his build. 5 Ranger, 4 Thief Rogue, and 1 Fighter to get the extra fighting style that he needs. So for now, we'll just go to 1 level of Rogue. We might ultimately want to respec to have the Rogue level be first to get him more skills, because order matters for classes a bit, but it's not a big deal right now, at least. He kind of has all the important skills that he needs, so Persuasion in case he gets stuck trying to talk himself out of jail. Sleight of Hand Expertise we want. Stealth is normally great, but I'm not abusing stealth in this run, so that won't matter for me. Perception Expertise is pretty tempting, or Athletics is also pretty good. But I've got other people to push people away, so I probably don't need that for him. So I think Perception it is. As I've said before, Imp Patagiums are a really cheap and efficient way to get potions of invisibility. For some reason the price ratio is just really off in that alchemy ingredient in particular. And more Lightning Bolt we're happy to have. Buying the usual suspects from Dareth here. Really, we've had a shortage of good elixirs. I was hoping to get some Vigilances off of her, maybe another Cloud Giant one as I talked about. But she's been really lackluster in that department. Kith is coming through clutch with all these elixirs of Battle Mage's Power, so yeah, we'll buy one of those. Okay, so Lae'Zel's next level up. I think we're getting back on track at long last with Druid here. Because again, I mentioned before that I don't think 3rd level Druid spells in this game are all that good, really. 2nd level, amazing. 4th level, amazing. Or at least there's some amazing ones on the list. 3rd level, mostly trash, except for Plant Growth being okay. But we get Animate Dead as a Spore Druid. And as I said before, as a 4th level spell, Animate Dead is fantastic. So we're happy to have that.
The past is nearer than we think.
Stonemason Kith is also nearer than we think, apparently. I'm talking to him through a giant wall and up a cliff here somehow or other. Yeah, 1 potion of speed, I guess we'll buy that.
That's all then.
Yeah, you can see I am down here, and he is through that wall and up there, but I'm still talking to him. We'll buy that scroll for Move Curse. I mentioned before I want to kind of hoard those for the sections in Act 3, we need a lot of them. I might have bought enough Impotage Gems. I don't really tend to use invisibility that often, useful though it is for getting surprise. Because I don't want to be abusing stealth and don't want to be abusing surprise in times when it doesn't make sense. So, I'll get it. I think I might be able to make a profit off of it, maybe, if I sell them as invisibility potions. Well, once again, Dareth gives amazing alchemy ingredients, though she's pretty disappointing on elixirs this time around for some reason.
A step.
As you can hear, Aaron, I have an animal companion and you don't. Some druid you are. Let's get that fireball scroll. Yeah, I'll start taking the arrow of darkness, I guess. We probably just about exhausted our money supply after all this buying and no selling whatsoever for the longest time. We still have a decent amount spare change, I guess. As I said, once we get to Act 2, which will be not too far away, we can get some really great deals there. In the meantime, let's group up Karlach and these pets.
Ever believe this thing?
We've just had a massive power up. Nier won't know what hit him. They might know who hit them, though. I'm thinking we're going to reanimate all of their buddies around here and have a Horde of the Undead help us out here. So let's get Ward Magmar and Brathwyn, and some of these gnomes that they were enslaving will now come back from the dead and help massacre them.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Likewise, get some skeletons there and there, and... Skeletons are definitely the way to go. The zombies are worthless in comparison. Let's take a look at one and see why. So zombies have terrible dexterity. I mentioned before just how important it is to go first. So zombies are pretty much just right out right there as far as I'm concerned. Low dexterity means you're trash. Skeletons have good dexterity, so they often go first. They also do pretty good damage because they have a range attack that also does necrotic damage. So like for my playstyle where I'm all about range, all about going first, skeletons are just the obvious answer. They're kind of fragile, but like, you know, you can keep them in the back because they're ranged.
Eager for battle.
Tybalt just hit the button there. Okay. What do you want, little guy? Can't tell what you're doing. Oh, did it have that thing happen where a druid levels up and switches up their spell list but doesn't do it with any other class? I think it did. Okay. So she lost, therefore, Longstrider that had been on that must be recast on everyone for some reason. I don't know why druids are like that. It's horrible. No other class gets that issue. Oop. My animal companion is trying to get onto the desk. That's out of bounds, kitty. I need that keyboard. So yeah, we want Long Strider, Long Jumper, Fog Cloud, and Tangle, I would think. Good Berries, a maybe. Spike Growth, absolutely. Heat Metal could have actually been good against Grim, but I don't think we really needed it. And I guess we'll take Plant Growth. This one we can prep when we actually need it, I suppose. Flaming Sphere has its uses. Sure, I don't know, we'll take all those. We really probably won't get that much use out of them. And... oh, we've got pets left behind. Okay. Okay, is everyone back together? I think so. So, let's get everyone buffed up. And this is probably a good time to cast Aid again, now that we have this humongous group all together, so we can keep our skeletons alive in case anything bad happens. Well worth spending a spell to give plus 10 hit points to all these hordes and hordes of pets and whatnot.
All is ash and meat.
So, the Scrying Eye's been walking us a few times. Let's get the quest to take that thing out. From Elder Brithvar over here.
Slaves are paying the price. Those pricks will get
nowhere with just axes. Things got a taste in their head. Seen her run with a barrel under her arm. Just a small one, but enough to blow the drow out. Someone should grab it. Slaves
So,
are never gonna...
here's another clue about the way to get nearer out.
Can't go chasing maybes. The sergeant's our ticket in.
Oh, would you look at that, Kerr? Someone's having a listen.
A shiver runs through you. Your mind is awash with ancient resentments.
True soul.
So, as I mentioned before, the Dwergar have psionic powers and ancient experience with mind flayers, which is where they got their psionic powers from.
Yet you got that twat.
So we can side with him to split up the Dwergar. We won't actually do that in the end. We'll make sure to fight the maximum number of guys for my challenge, but it is a possibility. And honestly, I feel like this is kind of a missed opportunity here. There are a few of these in the game where you meet these races or groups, that absolutely, positively hate mind flayers more than anything. We know there's a mind flayer, group spreading. We should totally be able to ally with them against the mind flayers, but we just have no option to tell them about it for some reason.
The shiver returns. This time it's colder, sharper.
They don't even notice, like, when you kill near that a mind flayer worm comes crawling out of his head, which should kind of be a dead giveaway.
Revenge, eh? In that case, I got a proposal.
So we'll take his proposal, but in the end we won't actually follow through on it.
Ain't my gold I'm offering.
I do like this. I mentioned before, I think it's a good plot decision that the Dwergar kind of split between the cultists and the ones that are willing to put up with the cult as long as they get paid, but not otherwise.
Glory? Just coin. And Nir's got plenty. Help Thryn free Nir. Then you and my chums.
Although, for his plan, it should work just as well. Just let Nir die. Because, gold's not going to go bad in that room with, him being poisoned. And then dig him out after that.
Good. But first, we need to take care of something. You've seen that weird orbi floating about?
Might have been listening into this whole conversation. We'll see.
And don't get caught. The cult watches through it. And we can't risk more twat souls showing up. You still standing about? Get on it.
Okay, it should give us a quest called, like, Blind the Absolute or something, I thought. Maybe not. Where is the eye? And where is Dana going? So I want, so I can do the maximum number of fights, to fight these two over here. And I want to do so very fast. Because I don't want Dana getting pulled in or the other person getting pulled in. These guys won't ever get pulled into the main fight. Okay, there might be no way to do it. I might just see if I can get over in battle to those guys.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Baldur Breathfire shows up as a merchant?
The eye thing for good, then spring near. Time we got what was coming to us.
Strange. The seller's journal. Okay. Where is the scrying eye?
I don't need any attention right now. Out of sight, out of mind.
Didn't mean to be suspiciously hopping up and down
Don't
there.
want to draw any attention. Should mind my step.
You better hope your little tricks didn't calm the true soul!
So, here's the dig site where they're working on Nier.
Near dies, heads roll. And that goes for novices too.
Another mind master, the ones that fought on the boat.
Distracting the slaves! They run, you're dead!
Faster! Heat up some rocks!
Have you considered just like, joining in and helping? You're dwarves, you're the best miners in the world, right?
Can't wait to pay these bastards back. Lick for lick. Just say the word.
Move! I don't.
There she is, shoeless, because we got this question ages ago about getting the boots back to her. Let's turn it in, we'll get the boots back off her corpse.
Nasty sneak gave even Gek the slip.
Okay.
Hefty little shits, these ones. You need a stiff cane to keep them in line. Here then. His bounty's yours. Now move! I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories, just an echo of scars that never healed.
I guess it relates to mind flare enslavement stuff.
Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me.
I guess that means the character successfully killed everyone who saw us here, so we did a good job there.
Walls collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads. Place is older than bone dust. Previous tenants left a trap. Dropped a shit ton of metal once we dug a ways in. Get near out, and you'll have the Absolute's blessing. No doubting that. Not a one. Unless you count tacking aboleth fangs.
Aboleths are kind of these super ancient aberrations that, not unlike mind flayers, can mind control people, but also transform them with their weird slimy tentacles into water-breathing slave creatures called scum. They live in like the deep pools of the ocean. They look like big evil fish. They're kind of interesting in that sort of mind flayers are from the future, whereas aboleths are from the distant past, and so there's an interesting interaction there where aboleths have this unique racial memory thing where they remember everything that ever happened that aboleth ever saw. And they're confused and scared because they don't know where mind flayers came from, but they remember the history of every single other thing because they don't know, of course, that mind flayers time traveled from the future or whatever. Which I found that to be kind of an interesting little twist on the lore of the two of them.
Thought you would.
Anyway, we could easily just blast the thing open or probably even smash it open. There's many ways to do it. So this is an armor that's for monks. Monk is a trash class, and this is a bad item. This is also pretty bad, but at least it has some value, because they do shove enemies once in a while, so I guess we'll take it. We don't tend to use invisibility very often, so maybe we'll give that ring to Karlach. And now, let us talk to these gnomes under the watchful eye of their overseers.
Whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
You think that, if anything, psychic guards would be able to pick up on this kind of thing?
We'll never get through. We need that smoke powder. Philommene's gone, and if she's smart, she won't.
Are those all sparks dancing in the air there? That worries me about bringing all the smoke powder here.
Children's still trapped with that maniac. Forget the smoke powder. They'd kill Phil on the spot. I won't let you do it.
Philomene is who we're looking for. Surprisingly easy check.
Praise Ironhand. Larida, our prayers are answered.
Shut up. Be quiet here.
Sir, our friends are trapped in the cave-in. And I know a way.
Bug, please. Truth or near will... You know...
And there's no way to save them from near whatsoever. Even if you use, like, cheats, basically, to make sure that, you know, near dies before it can do anything to the gnomes, they'll still just be scripted to die, or one of them will, rather.
Bug, don't!
I've got no choice.
They're in conflict about different loved ones that, you know, Philomene is on the loose, and worried that will kill her, and of course one of people he knows best, I think his wife maybe, is one inside there. Maybe no, it's his sister who gets killed by Nier, that's what it is. Someone else's wife is in there.
Found trouble. I'll mark your map. If Philomene made it, you'll find her there. She'll have the stuff to blow that tunnel wide open and get Beldron and the rest out.
Please, please don't hurt my Phil. I beg you.
Hurry! Our people won't last in that cave-in forever.
Weren't we trying to be quiet about this? Anyway, over... Wait, where's Barkus? There he is, okay. Got captured again.
It's you. The mascot of my ill fortunes. Much as I'd love to chat, I'm not allowed social breaks. I suppose I do. Though I'm not counting on one of you to help one.
He's such a twerp. And there's no option to... Okay.
As I supposed. Please.
Okay, there used to be more conversation options. Maybe I picked the wrong dialogue thing there. This, by the way, is where Corsair Greymon would be.
And that goes for novices.
Nothing hurts.
Didn't you hear? Do I need to rip the extra flesh off your ears? Faster!
There's a skeleton over in one of these side areas that...
Looks like someone's not a fan of Shah. Smear the absolutes.
That's strange. If you think about it, honestly, the Absolute should not be a good ally to one another. Like, Baal's goals are completely incompatible with Bane and Merkel. They should never work together. But Baal is like 100% compatible with Shar. They are perfect natural allies because they both want to just destroy the universe and they're both just complete idiots.
Back on your feet or I'll bite your coats off one by one.
But for some reason, Shar works against them, and we're supposed to believe that Baal and Bane and Merkel will work together, even though, you know, they... Besides that they were allies as humans who hated each other, they really don't have a reason to work together as gods. Okay, so, note from the Sharans.
You don't move, and you better hope that's the worst of it.
On my way. No time to rest.
Alright, well, we'll go off and try to rescue Philomene next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Master Knight DH, Jackie, Enlino, George Grin, Travis, Carlo Andrea 97, Cthulhu's Mum, Andrew Curzon, Troobsy, Skillrap, Gregory, William Wakefield, Danny Hall, Jeffrey Morse, Just, Becca, Jack, Mashas01, Jacob Marshall, Nubiana, Till Fisher, Discord Colossus, Nicholas Schmuck, Kostia Nesterovich, Luke, Goman Blackrock, Dodo King 4, Marcin Bialik, Maveth, Techno Waffle, Nebular, I Loop, Michael Francis, Emperor Kong 420, Robin Mackey, Micken Balls, Daniel Sadachicato, Stilgen Flamey, Micah Murray, Christopher Allen, Stefan Van Zyl, Eddie, Kaimu, Wendy, Ali Kasamoglu, Lucas Riverola, Skylar Sauce, Nick Myers, Gibbo Jibbo, Bethany James, Emp Ninjas, and Scott Trippemer. Have a great day, everyone.